Welcome everyone, welcome to a brand new Let's Play, and in this Let's Play, we are going to be jumping into Dragon Age Origins. So we finished Mass Effect 3, amazing game, and I figured, let's take a step back and jump into the first of the Dragon Age games, which are also from Bioware, same developers of Mass Effect 3. That and I haven't played this game for yonks, and I don't think I've played it with all the DLC, which... There was a sale on Steam, everything was cheap, I went, brilliant, love it, gonna take it. So, let's get started. So this is not your standard sort of fantasy affair. It's a bit dark, it's bloody, there's no, like, necessarily good versus evil, it's just shit versus shittier. And it is awesome. It's awesome, I love this series. I'll just let this one sink in. I don't know how much this is going to run.
The Chantry teaches us
okay, there we go.
that it is the
I forgot there was a thing at the start. Sorry, I'll be quiet. This is important.
The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again.
So now we're on in-game footage.
We neared annihilation.
There's a golem. Cool lad. So you can already see how dark this is, right?
Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed.
Forgot how great this is. So yeah, like, obviously, the Darkspawn are the bad guys, right? But Grey Wardens aren't exactly saints either. It's a very, like, do whatever it takes kind of mentality.
And we have kept our vigil.
Good, bad, whatever. The point is, you win.
For the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long.
God, wow, I completely forgot this cutscene was here. This is brilliant.
It may even be too late, for I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Ooh, and that is how we begin. Excited? I am. There is so much content in this game. I think when this originally came out, I played it, I don't know, more times than I have on both of my hands. It is a great game. So now we get to make all the good decisions. We'll go male. So these actually have important distinctions. We might be relatively boring here. So first and foremost, you pick your race. Dwarf, elf, human. Pretty standard stuff. So So racial benefits, +1 strength, dex, magic, and cunning. Willpower and magic. Strength, dex, constitution, 10% resistance, hostile magic. Cool. So we pick our race, then we pick our class, then we pick our background. Now there's 6 backgrounds to choose from, and it basically affects the start of the game. So it's like a prologue, and that will change depending on which background you pick. And your background can come back later on. You'll meet people that were like in your backstory, which is kind of an interesting concept. I think we'll be human. We'll be kind of boring. There is one thing I haven't done in this, and I don't even remember if it's properly possible in this game. Cannot remember. And that is a human, like, rogue that uses bows rather than double swords. I don't remember if bows are really a thing in this one. I know you can definitely get them, but I don't know if there's like any skills and talents that actually affect bows, or whether as a rogue you're expected to double hand weapons. Because it is pretty basic, right? If you're a warrior, you are either like a sword and shield or a two-hander. Although in this one's a bit more flexible because you can dual wield as well. It's kind of up to you. Mage, use a staff, you blast spells. Pretty fun. Mages in this setting, very cool, very different, very unique. Love it. Rogue, same thing. You kind of expected to double wield knives or something, like a sword and a knife, something like that. But I might try the bow, see how that goes. If not, it just means we go for double knives, which is a pretty good pick. Now, we do have to be a human noble because of our sort of choice. So, like, we can go through them pretty quickly here. So you got, like, elf. If you pick an elf warrior, you can be either a Dalish elf or a city elf. So Dalish elf kind of wild elves, and city elves are just people. They're just elves in the cities, right? If you pick a mage, you always have to be in the Tower of Magi, the Circle of Magi, which will cover when we get into the game. So that's no different whenever you do things. Dwarf. If you are a warrior, you can either be a commoner or in the nobility, which is kind of fun. Dwarves cannot be mages, so they are completely cut off from magery, from magic, which is why they get their resistance. They're stout and don't want to get affected by magic. We'll just be a human rogue, I think. Ooh, we could be an elf rogue. Tempting. +4 dex is pretty good. I don't know about the +2 willpower. Although +4 cunning. Oh, wait, that's a class benefits. Hang on. Right, so that's race benefits. Strength, dex, magic, cunning. So they can kind of do a bit of everything. Willpower, magic. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do this. This is our path. Boom. Now, I won't change a lot of stuff here just for the sake of speed, but we will change the hair. See what we got. We'll see how we feel. What speaks to me. Actually, do we have like a good... Ooh, a good... Ugh, not a... That's not bad. I'm into it. Let's see what else we got. Ugh, no, not the super tight dreadlocks. That looks unfortunate. Could just go long hair. Nah, we'll go for the pulled back. Pulled back and braided. It's not bad. Beard. Naturally, we have to have a beard. I guess we'll just go for like a short, like a goatee. It's not bad. Hair, beard color. Maybe we'll go for like a sort of like really bright chestnut so you can really see it. It's a chestnut like auburn or something. Eyebrows, stubble. Can we just like get some light stubble all the way up? We don't want super dark stubble. I guess we have to. I thought there was some lighter stubble. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, maybe we'll go with nothing. Looks like we're really well groomed. See, you have stubble like this, that looks like you've shaved your beard. You have stubble like this, it means it just grows out quicker. So I think, yeah, we're gonna go. We'll go down to nothing. We'll be pretty clean shaven. Boom, love it. Eye color. Get something fun. Guess there's not a lot of fun stuff. We'll go like a steely grey. I won't play with any of the sort of shape settings too much. It's just it's one of those things. I don't know if anyone else finds this in games, right? They start off with like a preset, and I always find that as soon as I start tweaking it, I just hate it more and more, and it looks more and more inhuman until I just end up going back to the preset. It's probably just me. We are going to be... can we fit the Aussie nerd? The TheOzzieNerd. Alright, we'll be... what's a good fantasy name? It's a good fantasy name. Kind of like... The nation we're going to is kind of like rough. It'd be a... Royland. Oh no, Royland Kuzland is a bit. Or what about Royland? Royland? I don't mind it. I don't hate it. We can change our portrait too, which is kind of fun. So we can like look. We can give them the look directly into the directly at the camera and zoom in. That's us. I hate it. Perfect. Just staring us down. Background doesn't matter. Oh, like the super purple. I hate it. I hate this. We got a good. Oh yeah. Done. Oh, that's what I want. Perfect voice. Oh, he looks cocky, doesn't he?
How do you do?
Oh yes. That is the stuff. All right. You've got cocky Royland. Damage in physical combat. Accuracy of melee attacks. Yeah. It's nearly as critical for rogues, but not if we do ranged attacks, right? Increased character's chance to hit, makes character more likely to dodge incoming blows, can reduce damage dealt by piercing weapons like daggers or arrows. Cool. Archery and dual weapon fighting styles demand high accuracy. Yeah. We could just dump into dexterity. Okay, we'll take a couple out, put it into willpower, and constitution we can probably afford like 1 or 2. Oh, so we put 1 point. It doesn't feel good. We'll do something like that. Right, it's a good start. Cunning, I think, is a good stat for rogues because it gives them crits, right? Rogues benefit most from this statistic as many of their class abilities and special attacks rely on subtlety or reading the target, not raw strength, yeah. We don't need a lot of magic. How effective potions are, meh. Constitution gives you a bit more health, which is something we're probably going to need. Ooh, now we get to pick our skills. Oh my god, I haven't played this game in so long I had forgotten this was a thing. Okay, so we have a lot of cunning, which is what's required for like most of this stuff. Requires cunning? Okay, so we probably should take something that requires cunning. For sure. Because we are a rogue, meaning cunning is what we want. Second tier weapon talents. Nah, we don't really need that. What do we want to do? Stealing? Coercion? Coercion on a main character is pretty good. Small bonus in nature resistance, which is also pretty good. Subtype of creature and its level. Detect all nearby creatures. Oh, god, that's good. Well, we are a noble. Let's go into coercion. That feels right. There are archery skills. Perfect. Okay, so these are the things we can take. I probably won't go for dual weapon stuff. We'll stick to archery and archery alone. We've got dirty fighting, which is really good. Stealth. First strike's an automatic crit or backstab is pretty strong. Blow the belt. Nah, we don't need that. Combat movement, nah. I think we take some archery skills. They've given us 2 points. I think they want us to spend it on actual talents. Fire without interruption even when attacked. Could be useful early on. Pinning shot, that is also pretty good. I will take that for sure. Rapid shot. Tries more rapidly, but without any chance of inflicting regular critical hits. Ooh. That's a bit unfortunate. That sounds real bad. Okay, probably want to go down towards Master Archer. When using aim, defensive fire, crippling shot, blah 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 blah. This talent also eliminates penalty to attack speed when wearing heavy armor, although massive armor still carries penalty. Okay. That's fine. We'll play it on normal. I think I could probably do it on hard, but ooh, it has been a while, not going to lie. It has been a while. Alright, but outside of sort of the spicier, more interesting things, it is a pretty familiar, like, RPG, moral choice, level up, get your stats, meet a bunch of NPCs, they all have things they do. You know, all the fun stuff.
Your family, the Kuzlans,
this is our background.
The lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance.
Cool.
When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land.
So we're relatively honorable, I guess?
Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown. Not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
Nice.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
Cool. So this will be our brother, I guess.
And we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has
see,
us
this is
all
how you know that
doesn't it?
our father is a good man. No, servant. It's our fault.
I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will
Looks so
ride
smooth.
tomorrow, just like the old days.
God, when I played this game, my computer was
That
not
we both
as good
had
as it
less
is now.
grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. How?
Pup.
You remember my son?
Yes,
I see he's
Royland.
grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Yeah, and you all, Hal.
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
I'd like that.
Good. She's talked about you ever since she saw you at a fair in Denerim.
Nice.
I think you have an admirer, young man.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason.
It's just Pop, so they don't have to give you a name.
I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
It's just Pop. Why can't I go into battle with you and Fergus?
I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill
Fair
me
enough.
if I let you go. She's already twisted.
Actually, this
knots
is
about
very
this
Game of
and
Thrones before Game of Thrones, the TV show, was a thing. I think the books would have definitely been out by this point, some of them anyway. Let me talk to her. I'll convince her.
I doubt that. You know your mother, and she made it clear there is no debate.
Oh, you don't know
This
how
is no
convincing I
needless
can be.
task.
Have you seen my
I
level
ask you to
1
take great
coercion?
responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away. Yes. There's also someone you must meet.
Fair enough.
Please, show Duncan in.
Okay, that was very aggressive.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall.
So here's our boy. Here's our Grey Warden.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
Man, I only very
We rarely
vaguely
have
remember the
pleasure of
broad
seeing
strokes
one
of this
person.
game.
That's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you.
God, I must take after my mother with that red hair because whew, it is not my father's hair. Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope. They defeated the Darkspawn long ago.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his
I like
fellow
how the
wardens
game
in
is
south.
playing at like 100
believe
FPS
he's
or
got his
whatever,
eye
but
on
the
Sir
fire is running at like
If I might be so
30,
bold,
and
I
you
would
can
suggest that
really
your
see the
son is also an
difference.
excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, This is one of my sons we're talking about.
Yeah, is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm
Stop calling me pup in front of company. Of
In
course.
the meantime, find Fergus and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked.
I can be here for
Talk
that.
soon.
I like how you're the youngest, but it's like, I'm not that young. Okay, we'll just... yes. Right click. Yeah, I get you. I'm gonna run around in, like, RPG mode. So you can play this in, like, super tactical mode. So you can go here and you can, like, tell your guy where to go. Very classic RPG, right? Or you can zoom right in and sort of do it as a normal kind of third-person RPG type deal. The chapel. Let's just go for a walk around.
All right.
Ooh, unlocked. Oh, I picked the lock. I feel like I wouldn't have to pick the lock in my own castle. But sure. Oh, does this have like a... It was like Alt, tab. Tab. There we go. I was gonna say, it's got to have one of those old... You know, hold the button in and be able to see all the things. Otherwise, you run into environments and it's just impossibly hard to figure out where you're going. Yeah, I did forget to turn off tutorials, but I'll leave them on just because I'm sure we can benefit from it. I'm sure there'll be something I forget. Read the book. Ah. So there's a lot of lore here. It's a new setting. Very cool. But I won't read it all. I highly encourage you play the game and read the lore, if that's what you want to do. But I will not be, just because there is a whole lot of it. I'll have some conversations, but I'm not going to read all the books.
Our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
Jeez, he sounds intense about it.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
Sure, I'd appreciate it.
Please, child, call me Malol. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all.
You do
Creator
not
of
look
the
that much
sky,
older than
the
me.
land and the sea.
Again, like,
Hear your people in our time
it's a bit
of
weird,
need.
right? How old do you think I am? Like 20? Make her watch
Let
over
no
us.
man have
You know,
cause to
20-something?
fear the
She looks
shadows.
like
Let their souls
30-something,
be
maybe.
lifted upon your return.
She doesn't have that many wrinkles. Maybe she's like
Let it
late
be.
30s, so maybe she'd know me if she was like
There now.
16.
I'll be keeping a vigil tonight.
Sorry, I
You're
wasn't
welcome
reading
to
my
come.
my
There are
stuff,
many
but it was
more who must receive the
standard
Maker's
prayer
blessings
stuff,
before
blah
they
blah,
leave.
amen, make a
If you'd
save us, same
excuse me.
thing. Thank you,
It is
Malol.
the least I could do. If the worst comes to pass, child, take comfort in knowing that the Maker's will takes many forms. We shall talk once the soldiers have departed.
Okay. I guess, like, unless I'm supposed to be younger, like, not 16, but maybe like 17, 18, like really young. That's my guess, maybe.
All right.
Nice. This is all XP. That's what we need. Just more XP. Oh, chest. Yeah. Deep mushrooms. Ooh, what do you need those for in this one? So there's 3 of these games, and we might do a playthrough of all of them, but we'll definitely start with this one. It's the one I've played the most, the most times. Some of the later ones, or actually specifically the third one, is really, really time consuming.
Good evening, my lord.
Honestly, for not much of a good reason. I do enjoy the third one a lot. It's so smooth and beautiful, and it's got a good story. All the boxes, but yeah, it drags on a bit and requires a lot of input. Servants everywhere.
The Terran is away.
The Tan. I thought my father was an Arl. or something. Did I go in? Yeah, I did go in that one. I came from that way. Never mind. I'm getting confused as to where I am. Oh, alright. Hey, Dad. I'm back. Just getting lost in our castle. You know how it is.
There you are.
Tee-hee, I'm a child or
told me
whatever.
the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
My mother. Hello to you too, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you.
Oh.
I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
Did my dog get in the larder again?
No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else?
Oh yeah, I get the dog. Cool. He knows better than to hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say.
Yeah, they're like a big
Of course, that
Rottweiler,
means
but
he's easily
scarier.
bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen
Just
then.
follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Also, just saying, right? The milkman? Just saying, that's a eerily similar shade of red. You know, just saying. Just saying, it's not impossible. Also, I appreciate that now Sir Gilmore is like following me around as I rob my own house.
And I'm off.
Oh, cat. Oh, okay. Well, it's just sort of chilling out there. Alright, let's go get my dog. Dog. Hello.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Oh, also, get used to
Calm down, good woman.
the real, you know,
Come to help.
racism.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel
stand
keeps
in.
getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Yeah, he's not, yeah, maybe you should be put down. Aggressive, but not saying it isn't deserved. He's not a mongrel. He's a pure blood Mabari.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh, that'd be cool though. Blight wolves are cool in this.
Mistress,
I remember
calm
those. They're
down,
like really,
please.
That's it.
if you know
I'll
what I
quit.
mean.
Inform the Turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. Or get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers.
That's right. They'll
You
be
two,
gone soon.
Stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
I don't. Okay. Sure. Armor. Yes. Dragon item on the left. Perfect. And put it back on. What is it? Oh, place on the quick bar. Duh. Yeah, no, I get it. I've just stood in front of my nanny or whatever and, like, taken my clothes off, put them back on, pulled some potions out of my pack and put them on my belt. Ah, look at him. He's a big, ugly boy.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Oh, God. He is real toothy, though. You trying to tell me something, boy? More barking, spinning around in place. Ah,
It
he's
does seem
great.
like he's trying to tell you something. Wait. Did you hear that?
We'll call him, like, Swift. It's a good dog's name. Rats! Get them! Seems really excessive, killing rats with, like, daggers. Like a pair of daggers and I'm just stabbing the hell out of them. Feels like overkill. And in fact it is overkill, they're super
It's
dying.
like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell.
I
Must have
get
chased
it.
them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Those were very large rats.
I've seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Cool. Yep, just gonna take the tax from the kitchen. Cool.
There
Nan.
it is, as brazen as
Wow,
he please,
we're
licking his
really
chops
covered
after
in
helping himself
blood.
to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending your larder from rats. Big ones.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will.
They were
See,
tiny.
now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
My faithful warhound made sure it's safe.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
Sort of.
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called
Nan, you're a
charms.
cold bitch.
Here then, take these pork
Yeah.
bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
I do love our dog, but he's very toothy. But then they're like war dogs. They're not exactly supposed to be cuddly.
Good evening, my lord.
Still pretty great, though. He is still a good boy. Doesn't look like there's anything in here for us to steal, boy. So let's keep going. Let's keep moving on. Let's go... I don't want to sort of go down towards my mother yet. We'll keep looking around. Hello? Aldous, librarian, kids. Guess we'll talk to Aldous in a sec. But not before we pinch all these books. At least have a look at them. Have a very quick power read. Speed read. It does give us XP as well, which is really handy.
My dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Cool.
Do we have to? History's boring.
Boys,
That's such
you
a
are
lie.
referring
History's
to the
great,
Coastlands,
actually.
The very family in whose castle you live.
History's
Show some
fascinating.
respect.
Still the same taskmaster, I see.
The mind is not exercised, it withers just as the body does.
It's true.
Perhaps you'd care to join
Listen, kids,
me
can't
in
pick locks
teaching
without having half a
lesson.
brain in your head. I am quite familiar with the subject matter.
Perhaps you could make the topic more palatable for these lads and their minuscule intellects.
Wow, rough. Very well.
Wonderful. Oh, the Coastland history is long indeed.
God, brutal.
Where shall we start?
Think you can entertain these dumbass children? Tell about our relationship with Lord Howe. I want to know about that
between
one.
the Coastlands and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
Go on.
During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Highever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tournier's center. Its Jarl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale.
Ooh.
Your grandfather openly
It's a good simile,
supported
that
the
one.
rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
Okay. Yeah, we fought the Howes.
Your grandfather couldn't afford to lose Harper's Ford. In keeping the town, your family drove Orlais from its lands. The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Logain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Kaelin, to fight the Darkspawn.
Time to end the lesson, I think.
Thank you for indulging.
That's kind of the
in
only
old
important
man.
bit that I wanted to know
Does
about.
that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence. I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans.
Only
Perhaps
dumb
you
mouth
should go.
hooligans.
I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself all the good.
Cool. But yeah, interesting. So,
Good evening, my lord.
doesn't seem like the Howes would be Howes and us would be friends, and this
my
is
lord, we
very
were just,
Game of Thronesy. Taking a break?
Well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Cairn stationed us here.
Did my father fear someone would steal something?
I don't know. Nobody has come to look at the treasury.
Who has the key to the
The
treasury?
Cairn, and perhaps the Tanner? Honestly don't know, my lord.
Fair enough. Continue your game. Pretend it never came by.
My lord is very kind to show us such lenience.
I mean, look. The vault's here. Like, the treasury's here. They're in the room. They're playing cards. What, are they going to stand up all day? You know, let's be realistic here. Also, I didn't take a peek in the study real quick. Boop. I was hoping it'd be locked, actually. Ooh, a book.
Yes.
Books give you XP. Just like in real life. Yeah, combat. Blah, 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 blah. Don't get stabbed. Stab the other guy with the pointy end. Again, pretty straightforward. Ooh, here we go.
My dear Bryce bought this pack from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Nan's head exploded and my hound ate the kitchen stuff. Yes, there were giant rats in the larder.
Ah, marvelous. Just the thing for my guests to hear right before dinner.
Oh. Yeah, whoops.
Darling,
My bad.
Anne Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your
I
mother's.
did say that. Of course, it's good to see you again, my lady.
You're too kind, dear boy. Didn't I spend half the salon shamelessly flirting with you?
Right in front of your family, too.
Brutal.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's riding with your father tomorrow.
It's good to see you again, my
Cool.
lord.
I'd rather be riding with him myself.
You will be missed.
And this is my lady in waiting, Iona. Do say something.
Hello
dear.
there.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra.
Hush, Landra.
Nice.
Don't turn the poor thing scarlet.
Perhaps you should speak alone sometime, Iona. Just come in strong.
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
Both of you? Fair enough. I'll go to the study a bit later, I guess. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to leave this first episode here. So, can you feel the tension before everything hits the fan? You know, the story's got to start somewhere, and everything is all sunshine and rainbows at the moment. I don't think it's going to be that way for long. But guys, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, the Aussie Nerd, feel free to subscribe to my channel and check out the videos on there. If you think any friends might enjoy my content, make sure you share a video or two with them. Really appreciate it. And finally, if you want to leave any hints, tips, tricks, feedback of the videos, or you just want to say hi, make sure you do so in the comments section down below so I can see it. And I'll see all of you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.